every one of the technologies have its pros and cons when it comes to the financial investment thereof. And not any one of them might be better than the other. For instance, again, obviously I promote renewable energy very much, but something like nuclear shouldn't necessarily be written off the table. The cost of building a nuclear plant, except for now the social, environmental concerns that they have around nuclear, is once you have successfully implemented a nuclear plant, which is very expensive, the cost of keeping that going is very low. So that can generate quite very cheap electricity. But if I look at the space that South Africa is in at the moment, I think that we should give renewable energy a go first and see how far they can be the solution for our problems before we move that route, just because of the capital investment that it takes. The massive advantage, I think, that I'm seeing in the market at the moment, and where the private sector is playing ball, is that most of the private sector, if not all, have appetite to invest in renewable energy, which means that Eskom just needs to come to the party, if Eskom is then the only party that will be allowed to do this, and they need to provide the grid, and they need to provide access to those providers to generate the electricity. You know, the capital investment, when we talk about nuclear, you know, that financing of a nuclear deal might be quite tricky. And if that goes wrong, and I think that's probably why it was tanked a couple of years ago, if it goes wrong and the implementation thereof goes wrong, it will cost the country trillions of dollars. And that's a challenge. Whereas with renewable energy, private sector, private investors are investing in these projects, building these projects, although it's still expensive, but they're getting the funding from big banks or pension funds and making these things work commercially.